Bayero University, Kano connects to federal government 7.1 megawatts solar hybrid power plant. NNPCL to commence scheduled maintenance and sustainability assessment at Port Harcourt Refining Company. End of the road for Nigerian fugitive extradited to United States for multi-million-dollar fraud. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 6 and 18:24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Mina Donalds. Let's now begin by taking you to the city on a beautiful plateau, talking about Jos, where Ndeyang and Bagyang is standing by to give us an update on the PDP Congress holding right there. Hello, Ndeyang. What's the situation? What is the latest right now?
Gradually coming to the end of the process. Right now, voting for the election into various positions has ended. Sorting and counting has commenced. 10 positions for zonal officials and 7 ex-officials held. Out of this, only 2 positions, that of chairmanship and youth leader, were contested. I have Dr. Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, Chairman, Zonal Electoral Committee for the election. Sir, can you tell us more about this process that has started much earlier in the day?
Thank you very much. You've been here with us. This is the PDP North Central Zonal Congress for the election of persons into the zonal working committee, the zonal ex-officio, and the national ex-officio. And of all the positions that have been thrown open, now the leaders from the states and in the zone have been able to micro-zone these positions to individual states. And the individual state that this position had been micro-zoned to were able to come up with super candidates for these positions, except that of zonal vice chairman, which was done to the FCT, and then the zonal youth leader, which was also
we're waiting for the chairman to come and do the announcement.
Elections have been conducted successfully, and the sorting out of results is undergoing, and very soon the results of the whole election will be announced. But let me say, as you must have observed, that this election was transparent, this election was fair, this election was open, this election was free, this election was rancor-free. Now, from the beginning, when we started accrediting delegates for this election in the morning, the delegates who came from all the 6 states in the North Central and the FCT conducted themselves very well, very commendably, and the voting also, you were also witnesses to it, how all the delegates conducted themselves, they lined up, they cast their votes, what they were called upon to do. And I think this is vintage meaning for us. Now, a new journey in the PDP family is starting, and this new journey is starting in Plateau State. Why not Jos? Why not Plateau? After all, both Jos and Plateau have always been the home of PDP. So, the message we're sending out there is that in spite of whatever things may be happening in Nigeria today,
Mr. Chairman,
PDP is the party of Nigerians. PDP is the party for today. It has been the party of yesterday, and indeed PDP will be the party of tomorrow. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Nigerians, particularly teaming members of opinion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a live coverage, we cannot continue to wait.
And we soon will be.
Your Excellencies, we have done all the calculations here and counted the votes.
Mina,
In
we
respect
are done here.
youth
Back to you
leaders
in the
election.
studio.
Thank you so much, Nde Young, for those updates. And meanwhile, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, is in Slovak Republic to discuss issues bordering on military training, capacity building, acquisition of equipment, and technology transfer, including modalities to enhance military hardware. The Nigerian military delegation led by Chief of Defense Staff General Musa Christopher arrived in Slovakia and was received by Slovakian Chief of Defense Staff General Daniel Zemek and other senior officials. Both leaders emphasized deeper collaboration to tackle security challenges and improve military readiness. The CDS appreciated Slovakia for its support and highlighted opportunities for joint defense industrialization. General Zomeko applauded Nigeria's resilience and regional security leadership and pledged continued support. The engagement marked a significant milestone in Nigeria-Slovak defense relations, paving way for long-term strategic cooperation. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has announced the commencement of scheduled maintenance and sustainability assessment at the Port Harcourt Refining Company starting May 24th, 2025. A statement by Chief Corporate Communications Officer, NNPC Limited, Olufemi Sone, says the shutdown aims to ensure the refinery's continued safe and efficient operation. According to the statement, NNPC Limited is collaborating with stakeholders, including the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, to carry out the maintenance transparently. NNPC Limited reiterated its commitment to delivering sustainable energy security for Nigeria, stressing that further updates will be provided regularly. "531 youths have been presented with starter packs following their successful participation in the NNPC Foundation flagship NYSC Business Empowerment Program. The program is noted as vital for sustainable economic growth and social development as it empowers youths to be self-reliant and employers of labor. The Group Chief Executive Officer, NNPC Limited, Bashiru Bayo Ojulari, reiterated that it will proactively develop young entrepreneurs to drive innovation, bring fresh ideas to markets, and address social challenges, while contributing to community well-being and economic resilience. Lydia Sampson reports.
These beneficiaries express readiness to unveil their businesses.
It makes me independent. The fact that it's a starter pack and it comes with solar, so I don't need to depend on NEPA. I can do my work at any time.
The belief of other students, other corpers out there that yes, when the government or when the NNPC say they want to do something, they will do it.
This is not just a mere empowerment. This is a history being made today. So to NNPC Foundation, we genuinely say thank you.
For NNPC Limited and its subsidiaries, supporting youth empowerment through education, mentorship, and access to resources to become productive adults and future leaders is sacrosanct.
So we do collaborations with different entities in society, but this one is particularly exciting for us because it involves young people. It meant around creative industry. We have around catering, we have around beauty, and technology as well. So depending on what a particular participant was profiled for, we're providing the enabling tools for them to start up. And then we're also giving them a small cash grant.
Chief Financial Officer NNPC Limited, Adedapo Shegun, advised the beneficiaries to be diligent in their businesses and contribute to Nigeria's economic growth.
It's a lesson for any Nigerian youth to see that where there are opportunities, go take on those opportunities, see it through to the end, and you might just be one of those recipients who would have a story and a good idea that we will support.
Nigeria has a lot of young people who are resilient, and all they need is an opportunity to kickstart their talent and to kickstart opportunities for them. So I'm quite excited. So I want to train you on most essential things to make sure you can start your business. So it was rigorous training.
It is a collaborative approach with the NYSC, Corporate Affairs Commission and Kudimata Nigeria Limited to promote inclusive growth and poverty reduction.
With these empowerments, we even give them, solar so that they have power supply. They can go out and begin to fend for themselves. They're no longer in the labor market.
The additional announcement of each beneficiary receiving 531,000 naira in addition to the starter packs got the hall agog. For the beneficiaries, it is time to impact Nigeria and take their businesses to the next level. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
And to the Center of Commerce now, no fewer than 55,000 students of the Bayero University Kano are presently benefiting from the 7.1 megawatts solar hybrid power plant provided by the federal government at the university. This is in addition to the more than 3,000 staff of the university who are also benefiting from the initiative. Elizabeth Yila Lamido reports.
The 7.1 megawatt solar hybrid power project at Bayero University, Kano, is said to be the largest provided in any university in Africa to improve education, research, and create enabling academic environments for learning. The project under Energizing Education Program is an initiative of the federal government to provide a sustainable and clean power supply to 37 federal universities and 7 university teaching hospitals across the country. With this development, more than 55,000 students and 3,000 staff of the Bayero University, Kano, are benefiting from the solar power initiative undertaken by the Rural Electrification Agency for Sustainable Decentralized Energy to the nation's university campuses. However, the BUK 7.1 megawatt solar hybrid power project, which has been down for some time, is currently undergoing repairs to continue serving the university community. The Energizing Education Program of the federal government focuses on developing off-grid dedicated independent power plants and the rehabilitation of existing distribution infrastructure. The project also includes upgrading street lighting to improve security within the university community, as well as the development of world-class training centers on renewable energy for each university. In Kano, Elizabeth Yilalamido, NTA News.
When healthcare knocks at the doorsteps of underserved communities, it does more than treat pain. It restores dignity. In Abuja's Kobe Makaranta, tucked behind Gozampe, a rare but impactful act of compassion unfolded, one that left residents smiling wider than before. Ibrahim Danhamidu reports.
Free dental care is not a luxury many in Kobe Makaranta can access, but that has changed. The Ideal Dental Foundation International, in partnership with the Mothers Union Women's Guild and Girls Guild of the Church of Nigeria, brought relief to aching gums and unmet needs.
We have been able to help intervene in terms of taking out treatment on people who need oral health intervention, severe cases, so to say. Our last outreach recorded over 400 students at a primary school.
In a place where upgraded toothbrushes are in need against toothaches that have endured in silence, these dentists brought more than medical relief. They brought hope. Hope that someone, somewhere, cares enough to show up.
We are also trying to remove those fears that if you can come early, if you can present early, there wouldn't be need for injection, there wouldn't be need for needles. And we believe in prevention. Our message is prevention. You don't have to wait till the pain comes. So the dentist is not always about pain and needles and all that. That's what we're teaching.
And that's why we try to, come in some programs like this to do outreach to those people that really cannot be able to afford dental treatment whatsoever.
Behind the scenes is the quiet force of the church. Women mobilizing, organizing, and praying this vision into reality. Their presence was not just spiritual, but practical.
We go to village communities, rural communities within our diocese, where we meet people, Christians, Muslims, men, women, as many as need these services.
Driven by passion for service, the dental team from Ideal Dental Foundation International, a non-profit arm of Ideal Dental Services in Abuja, is building a future where even the most vulnerable can access quality oral care free of charge. In Abuja, I'm Ibrahim Hamidu, NTA News.
Let's take a break here. We have more reports when we return.
Pleased to announce encouraging news from the National Bureau of Statistics, which released the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, for April 2025 only yesterday. According to the report, the headline inflation rate for April stood at 23.71%, This represents a decrease of 0.52% from the 24.23% recorded in March 2025. Similarly, month-on-month inflation dropped by a notable 2.04% from 3.90% in March to 1.86% in April. This, of course, did not just happen by chance. The President is focused and is determined, and his determination and his interventions are clearly paying off. The benefits of reform, though gradual, are real and measurable.
Thanks for joining us again. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities, Mohammed Alba Isa, has partnered with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations to end hunger, poverty, and foster agricultural empowerment for persons with disabilities in Nigeria. Gofan Sarji Ugwani reports that this strategic collaboration aims to dismantle barriers and unlock the potential of PWDs in agriculture, aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
And join our efforts to together have zero hunger in Nigeria. These discussions we're having to how FAO we should on our support, how we can promote them, not only in terms of agricultural production, but in terms of processing, in terms of market, in terms of trade. That's what we need to do.
And we identify 3 to 4 strategic key areas. One is capacity building among the extension worker of the Food and Agriculture Organization of Nigeria, so that they should build their capacity to understand agricultural disability inclusion. And another thing is to enhance persons with disability to become self-reliant through agriculture and food security issue. And another thing is data. We realize that we have a gap. That is why we are going to partner with FAO organizations so that we can close that gap.
To serve as a model of inclusion development in Nigeria, aligning with key sustainable development goals and offering renewed hope to millions of Nigerians living with disabilities. The Nigerian police force, through Interpol NCB Abuja, successfully secured the extradition of a Nigerian fugitive from the United Arab Emirates on Friday, May 23, 2025. A statement by the force notes that the suspect is a subject of an Interpol red notice following a thorough investigation into a case involving obtaining money by false pretense, forgery, and money laundering. The statement adds that the case began in July 2023 after an Abuja-based international businessman reported being defrauded by the suspect who posed as a shipping agent. The suspect allegedly secured a $307,500 contract for the shipment of 10 luxury vehicles from the UAE to Nigeria, receiving full payment through a third-party account belonging to the victim, who is based in Kano. The funds were later linked to money laundering operations in Dubai. The suspect then issued a forged bill of lading and disappeared. He was arrested in Dubai on April 15, 2025, and has now been returned to Nigeria to face prosecution at the Federal High Court. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has expressed gratitude to the Dubai Police, Interpol, NCB Abu Dhabi, and the Nigerian Consulate General in Dubai for their support, assuring them of the NPF commitment to international cooperation in tackling transnational and financial crimes. A conference of the African trade is calling for a renewed, bold intra-African trade partnership for sustainable development strategies and a collective push towards economic self-reliance. The conference brought together leaders, policymakers, and industrial players to advance a shared vision of African prosperity through unity and intercontinental collaboration in Abuja. The convener emphasized on the necessity for Africans to prioritize trading among themselves before looking outwards to global markets.
With like-minded enterprises, organizations, and institutions throughout the world.
Ambassadors of Egypt and Uganda to Nigeria speaks on the local pharmaceutical production and bolstering institutions like the African Medicines Agency to ensure medicine availability across the continent. They also spoke about the quality control issues believed to have discouraged smallholder investments. In another development, taxation has been described as a tool for empowerment, stimulating economic activities, which covers funding of government projects.
Of medicine, what we aspire to do is to help our business communities get in touch, to tap into the comparative edges for two countries.
What we're trying to do to bring it back up to speed, and I'm welcoming this opportunity to reach out to our colleagues, particularly in Nigeria.
There's a lot of tax relief that the Nigerian government has given us. So it is important and necessary that we take advantage of these exemptions, and kudos to the Nigerian government for that.
The conference provided a clear path towards sustainable intra-African trade. The Coalition of Southern Nigeria Youth Groups for Asiwaju 2027 has thrown its support behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term bid after witnessing concrete transformation that impacted youth's generation. The coalition highlights initiatives and policy-driven reformation being carried out by President Tinubu, hence for not only his endorsement but for legacy continuity and national cohesion.
This coalition is our pledge, our declaration, and our commitment to continuity and youth-driven progress. We are not waiting for the future, we are building it.
Nigeria came from very troubled waters. All the macroeconomic indices were in the negative. We needed courage to move, and Mr. President demonstrated that courage.
Coalition of Southern Nigeria Youth Groups is a conglomerate of grassroots youths established to mobilize, coordinate, and unite young people across the 17 states of southern Nigeria. And that concludes the news desk at season 18 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Minna Daniels.